My day doesn't start unless I have a cup of strong coffee. I admit, I'm addicted. Now that I'm caffeinated, I'm heading to the gym. It's on the upper level of a huge mall, and every time I go, it's always crowded. Before, not seeing immediate and massive results was so demotivating for me. But now, I don't care about the scales, the numbers, or the weight I can lift. I do it simply because I love it. I don't know if there's ever a wrong reason to work out. Everyone has their own. But in a world full of shallow ones, I'm just glad I found a reason that feels true to me. The workout is complete, and then I'm rushing home to get some work done. It's so sunny today, so when a friend asked if I wanted to grab a coffee, I said yes. We decided to go to a huge park, which is a 20-minute drive away. They have a very trendy spot called Tea House. It's a good thing we went on a weekday, because on weekends it's totally packed. Actually, it's not just a random cafe. It's right in the middle of a big forest reserve. Even in Moscow, the modern capital, there aren't that many dog-friendly places. So I was pleasantly surprised to see so many doggies in there. Although I have no regrets about not bringing my boy. He would definitely start a fight.
Вот у меня, я рос, у меня был черный терьер, он так же себя вел. Да, он рычал всегда. Я папе всегда говорил: папа, пожалуйста.
Надо типа сидеть. Во.
Another reason why it's so crowded is the cross-country ski trail nearby. So people hang out there after a good ski. After our hot drinks, we felt like walking a little bit. I mean, you have to catch every single second of sunshine in Moscow. In winter, this is a massive ski track, but in summer, it's a total paradise for walking and cycling. They have plenty of rentals for both skis and bikes. But honestly, summer is when the real party starts here. And don't let the lack of skiers confuse you. It's just a lunchtime on a weekday. On weekends, this place gets absolutely crazy. It's a shame we couldn't stay longer, but we had to get back to work. I'm ending the day with a golden hour walk. My dog doesn't care about the aesthetics, obviously. He's just happy to be out. On my way home, I needed to grab a few things. I'm stopping by Pyaterochka. It's actually considered a budget-friendly, economy-class supermarket chain here in Russia. But honestly, look at the interior. With the warm wooden accents, fresh bakery, and the self-checkout tech, it feels more high-end than you'd expect from a discount store. They even have a little cafeteria corner where you can grab a coffee. It's one of those things about modern Moscow that still surprises me. Even the basic everyday sports are starting to look quite aesthetic. The thing about Moscow is that it's a city of extremes. One morning you wake up to sunshine and it feels like a different country. And then the city flipped the switch. Welcome to the real Moscow, a total whiteout. I had an appointment at the clinic, so I had to drag myself out into the blizzard. The good thing is that I skipped the rush hour, so my metro ride wasn't that bad. I'm serious, this is actually considered an empty ride. I usually measure my luck by how long it takes to walk from the metro to my destination. And here I am. I filmed a bit of the interior just to show you what modern Moscow clinics look like. Disclaimer, they are nothing like the ones in other Russian cities. It's the capital. And as people say, Moscow is hoarding all the wealth. One thing that always surprises people about living in Moscow is how digitalized everything is, including healthcare. Booking an appointment is actually a dream. I use an app where I can also see all my records, test results, and prescriptions, and it's right on my phone. By the way, the medical care is absolutely free, though you still have to pay if you want something at the cafeteria. I just came in for a regular blood test, so 10 minutes later I was already on my way back. One of the most futuristic things about the Moscow Metro is how we pay for rides. We literally use our faces. It's called face pay. You just look at the camera on the turnstile and the gates open instantly. But I'm a dinosaur, so I use a Metro card. Since I was heading away from the city center on my way back, the train was practically empty. This is absolute bliss. Finally, I'm back home, and it's time for breakfast. After being out in the cold and navigating the metro, I was craving something warm and crunchy. Today it's a classic ciabatta sandwich with a smoked turkey. And coffee, of course. I rarely eat out and never order delivery. In a city as fast as Moscow, where I can get everything delivered in just 15 minutes, choosing to cook for yourself feels like a way to reclaim my own pace. Working while it's dark outside at 3 p.m. is a struggle, but at least I have my coffee. I think these low power days are necessary. They force you to slow down, to focus on the screen, because there's literally nothing else to see outside. Statistics tell us we only get about 80 to 90 sunny days a year here. Think about that. In December and January, the sun might only show its face for a few hours in total. 2026 started exactly like that. A long heavy blanket of clouds that feels like it's never going to lift. Sometimes you wake up in the dark, go to work in the dark, and come home in the dark. And this can be very depressing. Trust me, guys, I've been there. Night fell ages ago. I'm taking the dog out in the pitch black. Instead of just hanging around the neighborhood, we walked over to a small gated community nearby. You can drive in there, but it's open to passers-by. I have to tell you, in the daytime it looks so cozy, but in this gloomy fog it turns kind of scary and even hostile. I can't stop marveling at how different things look under such opposite light. By 11 p.m., my relentless self found something very inappropriate to do. Instead of going to sleep, I remembered I had some rotten bananas, so I had to make banana bread. Of course, I didn't read the recipe to the end, so once I put the batter into the oven, I was a bit perplexed to find out that it needed to bake for almost an hour. And as usual, I didn't follow the recipe and made some bold adjustments. Maybe that's why my bread was ready in just 30 minutes.